Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Factorio. In the last episode, we continued working on the production line that we have been working on for a little bit. And I got most everything that I wanted to get manufactured. I went ahead and let things run for a while, and pretty much everybody's all filled in now with what we have planned for. I did add one additional thing here off screen. And that is flamethrower turrets. So we're making engine units, and we're using those engine units to make flamethrower turrets with iron pipe and steel plate. The other thing I had to make was actual flamethrowers, which I had to connect up to this over here, which is where we were making our original bullets and gun turrets. And so I was able to get everything gathered together to make flamethrowers. So that's good. We're making those because I want to start adding flamethrower turrets to the perimeter defenses, because we're probably going to need them relatively soon. So, with that, we need to move on to the next thing. Now, before we get into the weeds of trying to set up and design a acid processing facility, which is going to be the next project, I do want to do something else, and that is now that I have flamethrowers, I have a flamethrower on me, but I'm going to need flamethrower ammunition to make that flamethrower work, so I need to make some of that. And so we're going to do that. And now that also I have flamethrower turrets, I need a source of fuel for said flamethrower turrets. And any number of things can be used as fuel for these turrets. So we'll have to decide what it is that we're going to do there. I don't know if there's any difference between those fuels. I don't think so. There's no indication that there is. Unless there is, like, fuel oil, naphtha. Do we know what the kilojoule rating is on crude oil? 350 kilojoules. It's the most energy dense thing that we would get our hands on. Methane. Ethane, 365 kilojoules. Interesting. What we might end up doing is just supplying our flamers with just straight crude oil. I think that probably would be the simplest thing to do. So let's work on flamer fuel. So let's just figure out like what recipe that I want to use. And then I'll figure out what it is that I'm going to need to actually make. So we need flamer fuel, which we're going to need some steel, we're going to need some fuel oil, and some naphtha to get that done in a chemical plant. We have chemical plants now, so that shouldn't be a problem. So we are going to need a method of making fuel oil. We can make vegetable oil. No, we're not going to be making vegetable oil. Nutrient pulp. No. We need to do this via this method. Crude oil, oil residuals, base mineral oil, fuel oil, and naphtha. Now, is there a recipe that gets this from gas? No, it does not. Okay, then. Then we're just going to go ahead and just do a straight through with an oil refinery. That'll get us some naphtha. That'll get us some fuel oil. It'll produce base mineral oil. Heat capacity 100 joules. Fuel value. Doesn't have any fuel value. Huh. Oil residuals. We can take those oil residuals and we can make residual gas. Okay, with some steam. Yes. I don't know what I could use the residual gas for. We could break it down into some other stuff. We could make lubricant. With the base mineral oil. Having some lubricant around might not be a bad idea. Though I can't really use it here. Like, I'm gonna need like a proper refinery. Okay, forget that then. We're just needing to make the flamer fuels. Okay, so we're just gonna need an oil refinery and some chemical plants, and I need to direct some steel somewhere. Well, I mean, we can do that over here. We have steel right there. All right. Cool. Let's grab a chemical plant. Where are we with chemical plants? Right there. Now, and we're gonna need one of these. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I just needed one. Okay. Because what we're going to do is we're going to borrow this crude oil that we are currently using. And we can just hook it directly to the line there. Go ahead and say do this. Not worried about the residuals, so we're just going to go ahead and dump them. Alright, so we're going to need a chemical plant, right? Chemical plant is going to go... We just want to drop it in. Yeah, just drop it in right here. And you're going to make me some flamer fuel. All right. Take that steel. Box. Now the base mineral oil I think in this situation, we're just gonna need to burn it off. Is it shift? No. Yeah, I gotta just... figure out how to grab only one. I know that there's a way to do it. Which one's which? You are naphtha. You... head there. And then we just hook a flare stack straight to that, and that should be fine. No, actually, I'm probably going to need a couple more flare stacks. You know what? I'll just go grab a stack of them. Just grab a stack of them. That should be fine. With all of these, it means I'm going to actually have to carry less... less raw materials on me. Because I can just go grab the stuff that I need rather than carrying the stuff to make the stuff I need. Put some overflow valves on there just to make sure that this keeps working. See, the thing is, if I do this, it'll run infinitely. What's the actual values that we're getting off of this? Because we would want... we don't need the base mineral oil at all, so... we'd only want to put the flare stack on the thing that it produces the most of, which is going to be naphtha. Okay. So take the flare stack off of this, so... this will keep running until the fuel oil fills up, which is fine. All right. I'm going to go ahead and just let that run for a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of design work. So we are going to need recipes to make sulfuric acid, nitric acid, We can take sodium nitrate and sulfuric acid and make nitric acid? That's interesting, because then we could feed the sulfuric acid back into the nitric acid. I just don't know. Let's just go with this base method right now. We're going to need hydrochloric acid. Chloromethane. Allyl chloride, no. Hydrochloric acid. There we go. And we're also going to need fluoric. Hydrofluoric acid. Which we can... Hydrogen fluoride gas. It produces hydrofluoric acid. Alright. Interesting. We would probably be making it from fluoric wastewater. Oh, yes. Hydrogen fluoride gas. This is hydrofluoric acid. No, this takes hydrofluoric acid and turns it into hydrogen fluoride gas and fluoric wastewater. No, that's not what we want. We want to take hydrogen fluoride gas and purified water and turn it into hydrofluoric acid. That's what we want. Now, I'm also going to go ahead and throw this little nitric acid recipe in here, just because we might be able to take advantage of that. Depending on what it takes to make sodium nitrates. It takes nitric wastewater. Interesting. What's the other method? Nitrogen dioxide gas. Nitrogen monoxide and nitrogen dioxide. Interesting. Sodium nitrate. What we're probably going to want to do is create the sodium nitrate. If all I need... And this makes mineralized water. That can be useful. So, yeah, so we could use the sodium nitrate coming out of... Well, we're actually going to want a different method. Hold on. No. Actually, no. I don't want to consume sulfuric acid. Never mind. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to have two processes doing this. So this one is going to be oxygen gas and nitrogen monoxide. Yeah. Nitrogen monoxide. Green metal catalyst. Yeah, we're going to want to catalyze this because we don't want to rely solely on wastewater to produce this. We want to get it from other sources as well. So we're going to need some aluminum and some silver ore. That's fine. some oxygen gas. We're going to need ammonia. And ammonia is made by red metal catalysts, hydrogen gas, and nitrogen gas. The nitrogen gas we can get from, you know, that separation, and that will get us oxygen gas as well. The hydrogen gas we can get from dirt water electrolysis. Purified water. We're going to have some purified water. No, we're going to need some purified water. We're going to be producing purified water? From this process we might be. Okay. So let's say we're going to electrolyze purified water. Okay. Now, over here, we are going to make our nitrogen dioxide gas out of this. So we're going to have nitrogen monoxide gas. We're also going to need this. Right? Because we're going to... Oh, no, this... No. Is this nitrogen monoxide gas can then feed back into this process, because this is using nitrogen monoxide gas. Right, so this whole system kind of can feed into each other. And then this is the fluoric wastewater. So this is going to be this kind of the jump start, right? We're going to bring in the fluoric wastewater. It's going to start producing nitrogen monoxide gas. It's going to produce some nitrogen dioxide gas, and we're going to be able to make the nitric acid via both methods. But then we're going to need this whole system here to make it otherwise when we don't have sufficient nitrogen or nitric wastewater to make everything run, because I'm pretty sure we're just not going to have enough. We'll see. Now, question is, we have how many flotation cells? I think it's 22, right? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 22 flotation cells. How much wastewater does that produce? Let's find out how much wastewater that produces. We're going to be sorting brew by chunks. No, not sorting. We're going to be making brew by chunks in flotation cells. They're flotation cell ones because that's all we can make at the moment. Yes. Okay. So if we're computing by factory and we say we have 22 of these, right? Running at full steam, we're making 412.5 per second wastewater. 412.5. So, this process has to consume 412.5 at least wastewater per second. So, let's set this up. We can do twos. Yeah, we can do twos. We can do twos. There we go. So let's see. How many does one? To make one of them run, it will consume 2.8 thousand wastewater per second. And how much will it produce? It'll produce 56.3 nitric acid. We also overproduce. We'll need 19 of these to get one of those to run. Yikes. Okay, then. And how much monoxide are we making? 225 per second monoxide. Okay, this process. We have twos. We have these. Twos. These. Not threes, twos. And I think I have electrolyzer twos. I'm pretty sure I have electrolyzer twos. All right. How much does one of these use? Yeah, I know metal catalyst carriers. It's fine. We just make enough to make the whole system run, and then you just reuse them over and over and over again. And so that's not a problem. We're making 980. I guess this is 9 surplus, 72 surplus? Or is that a shortage? Are we short 9, short 72? Don't know. I'd have to do the math. No, that's surplus. Surplus. Okay. That's fine. We can always flare stack off any surplus gases. That's not a problem. We need 45 per second nitrogen monoxide gas. And this will make 56.3 per second nitric acid. We're producing 56.3. We have a surplus of 225 per second nitrogen monoxide gas. So this process can actually supply all the nitrogen monoxide gas. Well, how much do we have? 225 per second? Okay. Then that means we could do 2, 3, 4, 5. 225 per second. We can feed 5 of these. 181. All right, I need to do another calculation here. So if we take an electric mining drill, no, not making electric mining drills. What we want to do is we want to make rubite from infinite rubite using an electric mining drill 2. That's what we have. And I want to output enough to fill 2 red transport belts. We only need 54.6 per second of nitric acid. Okay, we're going to make way more nitric acid than we are going to need. Okay, then. We don't actually need to do this whole catalyst process. I guess we would need to do this if we were trying to jumpstart this without any nitric wastewater, but we'd have the nitric wastewater, so we don't actually need any of that. We don't need this either. What we need is we need this. And of course, we're going to need the purified water. Right? You're producing the purified water, 1900. How much purified water are we going to... Oh, yeah. We're going to make way more purified water than we need. Excellent. Okay, then. Well, that... I was worried that we weren't going to be able to make enough to run all of our mines with just the wastewater alone, but apparently we are not only going to be able to run our mines, we're going to be able to do a lot of other stuff with this because we're going to make so much more than we need. Hopefully all the math pans out. Alright, we don't need that. Let me change this recipe. How much sulfuric wastewater does 22 of these make? 412. 412. 412. And 22 of these. 412. Okay. So for this, what we would be doing, yeah, we're going to have all these other sources of sulfur dioxide gas eventually. So we're going to want to bring sulfur dioxide gas in as a product. Sulfur dioxide gas. We're going to make sulfur. We get sulfur by cleaning the sulfuric wastewater. Right. Now, if I want to consume... If I want to consume 412.5 per second... Three of them. So we're going to have sulfuric wastewater coming from 3 sources, from saffrite, steatite, and bogmonium. So we're going to have 9, 8, maybe 8 of those. We're going to be producing 540 per second sulfuric acid. From wastewater alone. We're going to have other sources, as I said. But mining saffrite, mining bogmonium, and mining steatite on electric mining drill 2s. Right? With enough of this Do 2 belts, which is what I'm scaled for. We need a grand total of 163.7 sulfuric acid. More than enough. Excellent. Alright, so for the hydrochloric acid, I need hydrogen chlorine gas. Now here's the thing. It doesn't look like there's a method to do this by purifying. What do you get when you purify? Hold on. Chloric wastewater purification produces purified water, saline water, and salt. Really? Okay. Chlorine gas and hydrogen gas. Okay. We get the chlorine glass by electrolyzing the saline water. Interesting. We get the saline water by doing the chloric wastewater purification. We're going to get salt as a byproduct. We're going to get the purified water. And with all twos... Huh. Yeah, that's gonna not produce anywhere near enough. That's where we're gonna run into some trouble. We're gonna need additional sources of saline water. Because we can't consume... Can I do like half? No. Quantity 0.5. Let's see, if I set this to 3, right? And then I say we get some saline water from here. We're going to need an additional 3 just purifying normal water to make up the difference. We're going to have salt as a byproduct. We're going to have sodium hydroxide as a byproduct. That's fine, because we're going to want those. And then I'm going to need to decide what inputs that I want to basically have be able to come in. Saline water, definitely we're going to want to bring in. Chloric wastewater, we're going to want to bring in. Hydrogen, chlorine gas, because we might have other sources of those. Hydrogen chloride gas, all that is probably going to want to be inputs in here. There's going to be a lot of spots to bring in inputs, so... And then, of course, we have fluoric wastewater, hydrofluoric acid, which we're going to need to do this. And that is, like, no, that produces... Never mind. No, I need... What does... Fluoric wastewater produces fluorite ore. Interesting. Then we are going to need to do... this. $56.53. Yeah, we're going to have enough sulfuric acid to do this. And just to make sure, infinite givolites on electric mining drill 2 with 2 belts, 54.6. Yeah, we'll be making just enough. No, we're not. Well, we're going to be making some. We might not be able to run at full capacity, but we'll be able to do some until we have other sources of fluorite. Alright. I think that's enough number crunching and designing for now. I do like to show all the planning process, because that's half the game, in my opinion, is the planning process. Figuring out what you gotta do. Alright, so I gotta come up with all my numbers, gotta add up everything as far as what kind of stuff we're gonna need. I gotta pick a spot. Right now, I'm leaning towards this area to start to put in loading bays, or to start a loading area, and then we can do... I guess it's just going to take up so much space to be able to bring in everything I'm going to want to bring in. I wonder if we can handle multiple products from a single loading bay. I don't know. Maybe. That would be interesting. Alright, I'll have to think about that and maybe see what we can do as far as the design for that. Alright, but for now, we'll stop here. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.